Our world is full of happiness and comfort, and we can afford basic needs. But there are people who can't afford basic needs and in debt with poverty.
Poverty is a state of being poor. As a third world country, poverty is widespread, especially in areas that are densely populated such as urban cities. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, the poverty incidence in Metro Manila ranges from 1.5% to 6.5%, indicating relatively low poverty levels compared to other regions.
In our society, they face systemic barriers in education, healthcare, and employment, and more. They play a crucial role in shaping politics, social movements, and urban culture, while struggling with housing insecurities and economic instability.
It is crucial for us to give urgent attention to this sector because the inability to tackle this issue would negatively affect society as a whole, such that, as poverty cases keep increasing, this could hinder the country's overall economic growth. This could also aggravate social inequalities, and the gap between the poor people and the wealthy could widen, causing isolation and injustices. With this sad and alarming reality, this calls our attention and also the governments to act upon this and address this issue.
One of the deep-rooted issues faced by the marginalized people living in poverty is job insecurity. Due to the lack of education and experience, it is often a struggle for people to secure competitive jobs with high compensation. Living in an urban city, skills are also often quickly progressing for individuals privileged enough to work on their skills, making it more difficult to compete. As a result, they are often left behind with jobs that underpay and overwork.
Related to job security is the problem of exploitation, where many workers face contractualization, low wages, and unsafe working conditions. In the Philippines, poverty incidence was 18.1% in 2021, affecting around 19.99 million Filipinos. And while it declined to 15.5 in 2023, approximately 17.54 million Filipinos still struggle with economic insecurity. Addressing these issues requires stronger labor protections and policies that prioritize workers' rights to break the cycle of exploitation and urban poverty.
Let's talk about visual power. Visual power refers to a formal and observable rule that influences other people.
To address urban poverty effectively, two key strategies must be implemented. First, community housing development. This approach not only offers immediate shelter, but also ensures access to basic necessities such as water, sanitation, and healthcare, which eases the living conditions for those in poverty. Moreover, providing better work opportunities could not only alleviate the issue, but also target one of its root causes, which is inaccessibility to average paying jobs and increasing unemployment rates. By opening more businesses, this could offer employment to several Filipinos in poverty, helping them improve their financial stability and sustain their day-to-day expenses.
Now let's talk about these two strategies for transformative power under visual power. The first one is the community media campaign. The other one is the community organization and advocacy. The first one involves more unpopular media channels such as social media, or for example, Facebook. Here we can raise awareness regarding poverty and pressure the government to do more about our country. And the other one is the community organization and advocacy. This one includes more on becoming a member of organization, and we tend to advocate for improved policies or rules and protest for affordable housing and enhanced public services. One of the example of organization is the Gawad Kalinga that was established in 2003. It is a non-profit organization that focuses more on helping the urban communities or the people in poverty helping in urban communities.
Moreover, to help address this with hidden power, we can demand inclusivity in decision-making, call for fair corporate practices and policies, work together with local groups, and utilize social media. To build our own transformative power, we can team up with local NGOs to create a unified front. These alliances not only empower vulnerable populations, but also help ensure that local leaders take their concerns seriously. Alternative and social media can also help raise the clamors on urban poverty. This also puts pressure on lawmakers for policy change.
Our strategies are quite similar. However, mine focuses on corporations and their influence in shaping decisions behind the scenes with minimal accountability. That's why strengthening transparency laws between businesses, government agencies, and urban poor representatives is crucial in creating a long-term sustainable solution against hidden power structures that exploit vulnerable populations. And to build their own transformative power, advocating for participatory governance is crucial to ensuring that impacted communities have a voice in decision making rather than being controlled by corporate or political elites. By pushing for the direct engagement with policymakers and businesses, we can help decision making towards public interest. This approach challenges corporate power and promotes equitable, sustainable urban development.
Policy awareness and advocacy campaigns challenge the misconception that poverty is solely an individual failure by exposing its systematic causes and injustices. By understanding policies and structural inequalities, individuals can demand meaningful reforms, seek better opportunities, and become less dependent on temporary aid. Rather than enforcing charity work to cater the needs of the marginalized, it is crucial that we focus our efforts on employment generation, access to education, and funding on micro, small, and medium enterprises. These programs address the deep-rooted causes of poverty, of low wages and high costs of living, limited access to education, and underemployment.
Poverty is not just a lack of resources. It also includes invisible barriers such as negative societal perceptions that keep the marginalized from accessing opportunities. If citizens attend poverty awareness sessions, volunteer and donate, and if businesses have active or open hirings, advocating for inclusive economic policies and corporate social responsibility, as citizens and businesses, we can make a difference. Civic engagement to challenge the stigma and foster real change. Some realistic steps are planning and engaging in community-led initiatives like job fairs and skill-building workshops. Additionally, cooperatives for small businesses building support can also ensure financial stability.
To address their issues directly, they can collaborate with non-governmental organizations to demand their needs and amplify their voices. Moreover, the marginalized must be aware of their voting power, thus it is important to vote for candidates who advocate through action to reduce poverty.
Urban poverty in the Philippines is a big problem, with many people living in unsafe homes, working low-paying jobs, and not having a say in important decisions. To help solve these problems, we need visible actions like building affordable housing, creating better job opportunities, and using social media to share real stories.
We must also fight hidden power by demanding that community members, especially those in poverty, are invited to join local meetings and share their views. Working together with local NGOs and community groups builds strong teams that push for fair rules and clear decision-making.
Efforts to change wrong ideas about poverty and to teach people about its real causes help break harmful stereotypes. Now, it's time to teach everyone to come together, speak up, and build a future where every Filipino can live with respect and hope.